He's bored with it.
I'm not bored. Go for it.
Alright, so we had a group called the English Society at Kent State Ashtabula. It was a whole bunch of writers, but the group became kind of polarized. It was the creative types and the professional type writers. And that didn't really mesh well when it came down to our poetry readings we had. We had one at the Harbor Park. It was the one that, we had a couple there before, but the one that killed us was one of our members named Emiliano. Came up and read some controversial poetry about masturbation. He brought his grandmother.
Oh!
He's Hispanic of some sort.
Of some sort, yeah.
Mexican?
He's some kind of Mexican.
I don't know. They get really offended if you call him the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and he's pretty much up his grandmother's ass. She started making comments, and then one of our members, who's a female with bigger balls than most men and a bigger mouth, started responding, and it turned into a thing, which got back eventually to the head of the English department. Rumors, but we're not entirely sure, but we're pretty sure it was his grandmother who did it. And it was getting to the point that it was going to threaten our faculty advisor's career. She was due up for her PhD, and it's awarded by the College Board. Well, the next person to hear about this controversial reading after the head of the English department was that College Board. So, not our faculty advisor, but the head of the English department closed us to save her career. She shut us down. And there was talk about possibly bringing it back later under a different name, but I don't see that happening because of the two completely polarized factions of the English Society. So we were all really pissed off about it. We got censored. For a legitimate reason we got censored, but we still think it's bullshit that we got censored. This is the same guy that showed up to most of the readings completely unprepared, even though he was often the host. I like him, but he has some serious issues socially and doesn't understand where the line is sometimes. And we actually got banned from that coffee shop from doing any poetry readings, yeah. Because I understand the guy runs a business. He has to keep it family friendly. We're in the ass end of the Bible. So, and in fact, one of the people on the College Board is a pastor. So none of that really worked out well for us. Yeah, none of that really worked out well for us. So we went underground, above ground, underground.
And that's what this is?
Yes. We came up with our own group of writers, which is dedicated to free speech with responsibility. You can say whatever the fuck you want, as long as you're willing to stand behind your word. Following that, after everyone's reading, there is a small critique session where the purpose is, one, to help you become a better writer by getting constructive criticism from your peers. And two, if someone doesn't like something you say, they can respond. They can call you an asshole, but they have to explain why you're an asshole. So, plain and simple. You can say whatever the hell you want as long as you're willing to stand behind what you say and back it up. Barring that, we really don't have, it's called a poetry reading, but it doesn't necessarily have to be poetry. I mean, most of the stuff I write is prose. I write personal stuff. Josh, most of the time, makes up characters for his poems. Kelsey's going to sing for us tonight, or play music. Right there. Okay? I've explained a couple of my art pieces before. We've gotten into philosophical discussion. I am going to put the philosophical discussion at the end of this as a way to wrap it up. Because the last time we got into it, we lost everyone else and the event was over. Everybody, I'm kind of an asshole with these things because if I feel you have potential, I tell you to come with something new next time, and I usually expect people to get the fuck out there. There's a reason why I make you do that. Expects, yes. There's a reason why I make you do that. One, to stand behind your work. Two, the way you voice your work is how you might want it heard. It may not be read the same way.
Yeah.
And also, everybody has...
It's ever read the same way.
Everyone has these goddamn social anxiety issues. Everybody. Public speaking is a fact of life. You're going to have to do it at some point in time, especially if you want to become any kind of a professional writer. At some point in time, you're going to have to present your material and stand behind it. So, if anything, it's an exercise in that, too.
That's when I get the little computerized wheelchair shit that Stephen Hoffman uses.
You know. This is a safe-ish environment for people...
Ish.
Yes. To get the taste of that so that later on you could step out into the public and feel maybe a little less.
Well, I don't know
Awkward.
any of you well, so it's just like public speaking.
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten to know you so far in the last couple hours, but you're still strangers to me.
That's
so.
fine. Yeah. It's
I don't
systematic
feel like-
desensitization, but you also
Oh,
know
yeah,
a bunch
definitely.
of writers and artists. So
Yeah.
we're not a judgmental group of people you're picturing in their
No, you
underwear.
don't see that.
Horrifically picturing in their underwear. Don't
You don't want to see Brian in his underwear.
That's pretty scary.
You don't know that. You've never seen me in my underwear.
You-
You don't. I could be packing an elephant trunk down there, and I could just be downplaying it.
Except, we all know you don't because you talk about how
Oh,
you're
Aaron.
so intimidated by Aaron.
Yeah.
It's mainly because I want to bang his ex-girlfriend, but can't.
You really want to bang him. The only reason you want to bang his ex-girlfriend is because she fucked him.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm not gonna fuck him. He's the only guy I would ever say I'd fuck because he knows he's my bitch. Every girlfriend he's had, all two of them, I've told them when they got together that he was my bitch long before he was your bitch, and he will be my bitch long after he's your bitch. So far, I'm right. He's got another one now, and I told her the same thing. Don't worry, when you two are done, he's still gonna come back.
Who's he dating now?
Tiffany.
Oh, they're actually dating?
I know. She forced the issue, I know it. Two kids, yeah. And this is on tape. Thanks, asshole.
Hey, I didn't know that information. You're educating me on their private life.
You told me to record it.
Yeah.
I will also tell you when to cut. When the opening's done, we'll cut. So, going from there, who wants to go first?
Well, are we going to do the what the fuck video?
Ah, you're right.
What?
It's kind of started at our first one. We do a what the fuck. We open it up with one of the most ridiculous videos we could find. Like, the first one was an extremely racist 1950s Christmas snowman cartoon.
That was so fucked up.
It was a tape I found somewhere.
I still don't know what to think about that.
I put it on the DVD of our poetry readings
Oh,
too.
God.
And then the
I think I
Santa
have
one was
that
just as
somewhere.
bad.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with what the fuck. Just to get you in the mindset of expect anything.